Hi everyone, we are the Titos of the world. I'm Nolan.
Hi, I'm Jericho.
Hey, BB here.
I'm Macoycoy.
Wow. And this is the Titos of the world presents the podcast. This week we are presenting a friend who just happens to be a phenomenal singer-songwriter, and he just released his second single, With You. I don't know about y'all, but I had a blast talking to him.
Yeah, that was a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just what it went on and on and on and on.
That part. And also we kind of learned and we've learned some stuff that we didn't know about him because we always talk to the guy, but we for some reason we didn't ask questions about specific stuff from his life. So it's very refreshing to know some little bits of like details about his life, especially his love life. You know?
Yeah, and also the fact that you can write a certain song in specific amount of time. I was like, wow, that was very interesting. I was like, okay,
Talent.
no,
That was dope. That was very interesting. But yeah, it was a long conversation and it was fun. And yeah,
Yep.
didn't expect
Can't wait to show it to
hear
you
talk
guys.
about the relationship. I was happy about that. So yeah,
We were being nosy, so
I'm excited. So
I mean, friends are like
there we
that.
go, guys.
yeah,
Friends
You're
are
right.
like that. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the difference between our first podcast and this one was, we were talking to a friend, so we knew a lot, so we think a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun. And he's now reacting with his boyfriend, which I'm so excited for them for as well.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's actually my
It's
first
gonna
time
be so
going to
cool.
see the boyfriend like moving and stuff. Because I always see
moving.
pictures. No, like in video form, basically.
He's real. He's
I
real.
know. Ghost Kabayan girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but we're pretty excited for that.
Anyways,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, we are. I'm excited for you guys to hear. So, here we go, everyone. The Titos of the World presents Brian Dublin.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Welcome.
We have him.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the hot spot.
Hello.
The hot
To the
You
hot
ready?
seat.
You ready for the juicy, spicy questions from the Titos?
Not that juicy. Wow.
And
And
spicy.
And spicy.
You see,
Okay.
Ready to spicy.
can't one has to get one without the other.
Hello. No. We want our question moist, soft.
Okay, you know what? I'm done.
You know what?
I'm done. I'm leaving for the day. I'm clocking out.
A lot of
I don't-
a lot of adjectives.
Bye.
I don't want any overtime. I'm good.
Not you closing your camera.
Everyone was doing it. I felt like I had to.
My God. Oh my
Okay.
God. Well, thank you. Thank you. Do we address you as Brian or B-Dubs?
No, we're probably just gonna call him Brian because so
He's
that we
Brian.
can introduce him to the
You could just
audience.
be
Yeah.
Brian, also known as B-Dubs.
Oh, there you go.
Well, first of all, thanks for accepting the invitation.
Of course, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be a guest on your podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Are you sure? Are you sure it's just us? Because it's about BP most of the time.
Wow.
Thank you for attending the podcast.
I was expecting. Thank you for joining me.
Every week I have a different thing, so not even.
Wow, pula ulit si Kambal.
She's always like that. Anyways,
not someone speaking Tagalog nowadays. Oh,
hello.
I know. Oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? Oh.
Right.
My Medkey fluent is shaking.
You know what? Google Translate is shaking. That's what it is.
Shaking that part.
She could never. She could never.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good. I just got home from work. Yay, end of the week. Woo. So I'm excited for the weekend. How about you guys? How's everything with you guys?
We've just been filming.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Give us content.
Since this morning.
Oh,
yeah. It's
the way we would do something. People go back to bed, wake up, do something, go back to bed, wake up, do something. That's the routine for some reason.
The routine for today. Basically, that's what happened today. Like,
so you're just in this room the whole day, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally jumping from one streamer to another.
Mm-hmm. That part.
We love prolific kings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. So, guys, let's start the conversation.
Hold on. What are we drinking? What are you drinking, Nolan? I have water.
This is Coca-Cola because my ass is going to sleep after this.
Yeah,
I have water.
Yes, we're staying hydrated. I love it.
Yeah.
Hydration Nation.
Hydration.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
Anyways, so my first question is, who is B-Dub/Brian outside of the musician and the YouTuber? What do you do?
I guess that relates a good segue off of just what I said. I just got home from work. So I went to school for graphic design. I work in marketing. I work at a jewelry company and I run their social media and run their marketing campaigns. I also am a freelance graphic designer and photographer. I'm actually shooting a wedding tomorrow. Yeah, so when I'm not
those
doing
coins.
music, when I'm not doing my reaction videos, I'm doing that, which relates to the stuff that I do for my music and my reaction videos. But that's where that kind of design and art background comes from what I do for a living.
Okay.
Cool. That's
very interesting.
Yeah.
Remember.
Like if I get married, I know who's I'm gonna call about the photography and stuff.
Right, and I can help get you.
It's gonna be free.
I can get you.
No, it's not gonna be free. It's not gonna be free. It's gonna be.
Business is business.
It will be business.
It's business. There's going to be a discount, but not free.
Okay, PP, let me teach you how to do it.
Girl.
Let me teach you how to do it. You invite him as a guest.
Oh god.
And then you go, bring your camera.
No, oh my god.
and you'll be like on the wedding.
I think this is more of a tutorial on how to not cheat your photography friends. Okay. There's no what you not do.
No, because what's funny is, so we had a wedding last weekend. And there was a whole photography team, but my one cousin's also a photographer. Mm-hmm. The way that man was taking more photos than everyone else, and we all have those photos already. Like we started a group chat and we just said drop all the photos.
I know. Sometimes there's actually a photographer, but I still have my camera with me, just like when I hang out with friends anyway. So
you see, told you.
You got you ain't got to be ready because you're always ready.
Exactly that part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. When we were in a society that was more frequently in person and out and about, I always had my camera with me. So yeah.
Wow. I did too. But mine was the Kodak one that you click and you.
Oh, not the one with the film.
With the film. Did you have your own darkroom for developing too?
I did. It was in the garage.
In the dungeon?
Yeah, in the dungeon. Well, even before that, mine was more like cave paintings,
Wow.
That's how we did.
So not photography. Girl.
You know what they call
You were doing cave paintings in a dark room. That's what you're telling me.
Was that hieroglyphics or what? Hieroglyphics. Yeah. He was hyro.
Yes, hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Jericho is the one who taught Nefertiti how to write hieroglyphics.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
So cities. Nolan cities. What?
Wait, why are we deviating from the conversation?
I don't know.
You're the one who mentioned.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, Jericho.
Jericho was Imhotep your high school friend?
Yes. No, that's my friend's cousin's brother.
Twice removed.
Twice removed.
Yes, that part. I remember.
Got it.
Yes, I think that's what the book said.
Thrice mummified. There you go.
Not the ancient book.
Let me refer to our family tree scroll.
That part.
It's not a family tree, it's a scroll.
I actually know a family tree, so
it's made from papyrus.
Wow. The best font.
Jericho, go.
Because we're not going. Jericho, if you don't ask the question, we're not going anyway.
Okay, fine.
We got through one and it went off the rails after I said
It did.
And then it just commercial break.
Okay. How did you get into the career that you are in? That's the question.
Okay, so in high school, I always knew I wanted to do music. I was always doing music. I was first I was like the piano guy. I would play piano because I took piano lessons as a kid. And then when I in school, I was always playing music for other people. And then one day in middle school, the band teacher, I was rehearsing with someone. I was playing piano for my friend who was singing for a talent show, and I was kind of like rehearsing with her. And then she was singing a certain part, and I was kind of helping her polish up her performance. And then the band teacher heard me sing, and she was like, "Oh, you should sing too." And I was like, "Should I?" And so like when high school came around, I was introduced to a lot of the musicians, like Filipino American musicians that we found on YouTube. One in particular, Jeremy Passion. And then he really inspired me to do music, and that's how I got into songwriting. And all that stuff. So I always knew how to do music. This is kind of a long workaround, but anyways, when it came time to choosing what to do for college, I was okay. Well, I know I want to do music. I know I want to be a recording artist, but I'm gonna need something that can still pay the bills like consistently while I figure that out, right? Mm-hmm. But I still wanted to have something or study something that was something I loved and enjoyed. I always wanted to build my career off of something that I enjoyed. Even if it wasn't yet music, I still wanted it to be something that I really was passionate about. And in high school, I always loved playing around in Photoshop, and I used to do like flyers for like school events and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, I could just like learn more about graphic design. Maybe I could actually legit learn how to use Photoshop and stuff like that. And so I decided to go to art school for graphic design. And then it ended up being like the perfect thing because I just thought it was going to be the thing that helps pay the bills while I figure out music. But then it became like the thing I actually learned how to market my music because of it. So, yeah.
See, look at that. Two. What is that? Two birds with one stone or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Probably your birds.
Actually, the next question, you already answered the next question, because my question was, who got you interested in music? You already. So you said specifically that it started in high school. Do you remember what exact time in high school where like you said, oh, I decided I'm gonna do this. This is my thing.
Well, it was definitely I always, when I think about the story, it was like, well, I know when I discovered Jeremy's music, it's always story goes basically I was in middle school, I went on MySpace and
on
MySpace and I went on, you know how like before you could add like you could add like music to your profile. and then usually they'll link to like whoever the artist is and go to their MySpace profile. So my friend had Jeremy Passion's cover of "So Sick" by Neo on their profile, and then I was like, oh, this is a really cool version, and then that's how I discovered Jeremy's music, and then I discovered his covers and his originals, and then I think just seeing that he was a Filipino American from San Francisco, from the Bay Area where I lived, and he was like killing it. Like he was putting his music out, and he was also putting out really honest music that's what really inspired me too, because he not only had really great original music, but because his original music spoke to me so much, like it made me look back at all the songs I knew and actually really pay attention to the lyrics. And he did that by like the covers. Like he would sing covers, and I'd all of a sudden like actually listen to the lyrics and actually process what the song's about. And that was kind of like the seed that like made me fall in love with like the power of songwriting and like how I could take my own experiences and give that same experiences to the listener. And so, yeah, I think just being exposed to his music inspired me to also feel like, oh, I could do this too if I just try, if I just put myself out there more. And so, yeah, I think somewhere around there, like in middle school to beginning of high school, I actually decided to like start doing more talent shows. And then before you know it, I was the dude to always sing the national anthem at football games and rallies. I was always, performing at every talent show and winning. And so it became like my thing. Like I just always wanted to do music and do something with it because of what I saw him do.
Cool.
Wow. I was going to say, let me put on some shades because it's real shady up there.
No need for any umbrellas because the shade.
Not with you guys. All right. So you mentioned you learn how to play you know how to play a guitar, keyboard, piano, or keyboard. Did anyone teach you how to play them, or are you self-taught?
I am self-taught. So with piano, I actually took lessons. And then from piano, I went to ukulele, which I also was self-taught. I was part of that whole hype. Everyone was playing ukulele at one point. And I actually wanted to learn how to do it. And then that was naturally a good launching off point to get myself used to playing guitar. Because from ukulele to guitar, it obviously unlocks a lot more chords and more musical opportunities than just a small ukulele can. And so all of that, I just kind of taught myself. And it was available to me though because my dad's a musician, and so there's pianos and guitars around the house anyway. So I just picked those up. Like I have my own guitar now, but before that, my dad had like 2 or 3 guitars around the house that he always played himself, and so it was just there for me to pick up and learn if I wanted to. And so when I got into it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll just actually pick this up and figure out how to do it. And that's what happened.
Oh, cool.
Okay, follow-up question now on. Is Tita musically inclined as well? Because
as far as her loving Magic Mike,
I mean, she's Filipino.
That's typical. That's typical Filipino. Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of like instruments, it's more my dad's. Yeah.
Okay.
No flutes, right? No flutes. You don't.
You know what's funny? In elementary school, the flute was my first instrument. But I couldn't play it to save my life now.
The flute is shaking.
You can go viral.
Also, really, 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 really funny but true story. I learned flute and got a flute in the band, whatever thing in elementary school because I had a crush on a girl.
Oh, how the times have changed.
Exactly. How the times have changed.
Well, say hi to Sally when you see.
What'd you say?
Not Sally.
Not Sally. Who's Sally?
What did you say?
I just said say hi to Sally when you see her. My God. We don't want to know her name. I gave her name.
Oh my God.
It's Sally.
You know what? I have nothing to hide. Her name was actually Gabby, so you're not too far off.
Hey, Gabby.
One turn.
Hey, Gabby. How you doing?
Never watch this.
You'll never know. Okay. So you are a singer-songwriter. Who is your muse/inspiration when it comes to writing?
Well, currently, you guys know I have a boyfriend, so
Oh, you do?
Wait, who?
Wait.
I'm not sure.
I've never heard of
I
this.
don't know.
My God.
When
Wait,
does it happen?
is this on Twitter?
is this on Twitter, honey?
Wait, when did it happen? I don't. You didn't mention this
I've
stuff.
never heard a thing. Never heard a thing.
We've never had this conversation, Kambal.
you were
Why don't I know this?
Ever.
Why don't I know this?
Stop it! If you were to ask me who my muse is now, it's definitely him. I started to write stuff about him, but I don't have anything yet. But I would say he's definitely my muse now. But I mean, in terms of the music I'm currently releasing, it was, I wrote about all about my experiences coming to terms with my sexuality. So the songs that are coming out now, I've written over the past 10 years of dating and failed relationships and trying to go on dates and hookups and all that stuff. And so I guess I don't know what I would say as far as to say as they were my muses, but they were definitely the sources of where my songs came from.
The inspiration, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would say my boyfriend now is my first true muse, where I've had people that I had feelings for, but they were always unrequited. No.
Sana all.
You could say that as a muse.
Sana all, my muse.
Sana all. Hey, y'all asked me my muses, and I told you. Okay.
Okay. We heard
okay.
It was a Sana all. Shoot. Come on. So you set me up for that.
Well, anyways, so about music and stuff that you said, we were very interested about your process on how you write and how you come up with music or songs, right? Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. It's funny. This question gets asked a lot, especially I've had this question asked to me a bunch of times. I've also taught it, and I've done songwriting workshops. And the thing I always say is that for every songwriter, it's different. For me, it's never I do it this way, then that way. Sometimes I'll start with the music first. I'll just play with random chords and be like, oh, how do these chords make me feel? And I'll think of a fun chord progression that I really respond to and vibe with, and just okay, what do these chords, what thoughts do these things elicit? And then I kind of write lyrics around that, and then the song forms from there. Or sometimes I have lyrics first, and then I figure out, okay, what's the melody to these lyrics? And then once I have a melody, obviously the chords go around that to thing that it's happened in different orders every time, and then sometimes I'll start writing a song and then won't finish it for 2 years. Sometimes it happens like that. For example, Late Night Love, I wrote that in 20 minutes. My upcoming single, I wrote that it took 2 years to finish that song. And so it's different. For me, I guess the number one, the consistent step is so far the first step was to get my heart broken. that's what I start with.
Let's not that. No, knock on wood. Knock on wood.
That's been the consistent one. But I mean, now I'm, hopefully the first step is. It's obviously I'm going to try to write happy music.
You and Adele and Taylor Swift. Those are
and Stan Smith.
And Stan Smith, right?
Yes, exactly. But yeah, it's happened in a lot of different ways, and it can come about in different ways. And for me, in terms of what I focus on when I do get in the groove, whether the music comes first or the lyrics come first, for me as a songwriter, it's always storytelling. That's key for me. I always, what am I trying to tell? What story am I trying to express? What do I want the listener to feel? What am I trying to get off my chest? I mean, for most of my music, it's just me venting. It's me trying to process what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And it's very selfish at first. Honestly, it's I turned to songwriting not because I want to put this out on Spotify. Like it's like, no, I'm sad. I need to release. That's what it is for me. That's what it always starts out as. And then once I have that kind of experience with myself, then it comes this little thing that I can give to others, And so, I always focus on like the story and the message that I'm trying to sell, because that informs everything. It's like if I have a certain thing, everything's gonna complement that. Where it's like the melodies I use or the tempo, all of that serves what I'm trying to express in the song. And so, that's what I focus on.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. Since you mentioned you've got a thing going on, Jericho?
Oh, no. I was going to say, like, side question. Would you rather choose to be a writer or a performer? This is just a side question. That's what I would like to know.
So either or.
So hypothetical, if I were to have
you only have one option. Yeah. One choice.
Regardless if it's a writer.
No pressure.
I say that because a writer is the one telling the story. The performer is just bringing that to life. And if I had to choose, I would still want to tell my story if I can't perform.
Okay.
That's
people will sing your songs. People will sing your songs.
Yeah.
I can still sing the songs to myself. But yeah.
That's true. Speaking of performing,
people will sing to that mic right there.
Okay. The magic mic is shaking.
Okay.
We're not sponsored, guys.
By the way, we're not sponsored.
In case you didn't know. Anyway.
How was I gonna say this? Speaking of performances, who would your dream music collab be?
Very juicy question. I love that.
International,
local.
Her.
Oh,
yes. I've seen her live twice, and she's incredible. She's amazing. Like, it's super interesting. First of all, her music is great. She's part Filipino. She's from the Bay Area. She writes really beautifully, but aside from all that, she's like a genius in terms of being like her musicality. Like I could play guitar, but this girl, like, she can shred on piano, on guitar, on electric guitar. She plays drums, like all that. Like I just want to share the stage with someone like that. That would be amazing. And just because of her sheer ability, and then and also the fact that like I'm a fan of her music, that would be awesome just to share the stage with her, and just to also work with someone who's like a part of the Filipino community who's killing it, in the industry. So I would love to work with her.
Cool. Follow-up question about dream collabs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Is there like a recent concert or like a recent artist that you've met or you've seen on stage that wowed you? Like you got starstruck, you got wowed, and you made kilig a little bit like a fanboy when you saw them.
Well, I mean, on some level, I definitely felt that with her. I was very impressed with her. But I've actually written posts about this too. I've seen Sam Smith like 3 times, and every time I would get kind of emotional. Not just because his music is really obviously sad and stuff like that, but I do this thing. I actually do this in every concert that I go to. But I, for some reason, just remember clearly that I have these kind of thoughts more when I watch Sam Smith, just because we're similar in artistry. Like he's gay community, he writes really sad songs. But whenever I go to concerts, I'm enjoying it as an audience member. But then I'm also imagining I want to be up there too, And then so when you go to these concerts, like everyone's singing along, everyone's like has a beer, and they're like having a really amazing night with their friends, and like I get choked up even just now talking about just like the idea that like I can write songs in my bedroom at 2 a.m. in the morning and then go on tour with my music and create a night like that for like hundreds of people and their friends. Like, like that's what I want to do. Like I want, well, it's on brand.
Yeah. I was like,
it's coming. It's good. Hey, Kamal, you already had your red, so you know I had to come up. You know, I had to do this too. You know? But yeah, that's you know, I always feel that way when I go to his concerts because it's like goals. It's like I want to do what he's doing in that moment, and then to be in the audience and just like kind of soaking in the energy and closing my eyes and imagining that I was the one on stage singing my music and having everyone have that experience because of me bringing them together. That's the kind of stuff that I want to do. Like not just you know, like I mean, it's already like amazing just to write music and have people message me and tell me, oh, they relate to it, or oh, I listen to it in my friend car. Like all these things that I hear just from streaming my music, but then to like be able to do like a show like that and have a whole bunch of people have like this night, because you know you guys have experienced going to concerts. You know how fun it is to have that kind of experience with your friends and how memorable it can be. It's like, and to think that, you know, if I could work hard and get to the level where I can create that for other people, but while at the same time telling my stories, like that would be amazing. That's what that's what I strive for.
Nice.
Cool.
That's nice. All right. Speaking of performances, I know you're working on it's a single, right? That you're putting out soon.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about your single that's coming out?
Sure. I think by the time this comes out, it will be out.
Yeah.
Yes. Stream it now. Link in description.
It will be there.
Gotta mark it. Like just what's it's about and everything, or
yeah, just
sure.
Talk about it.
We'll let you promote about it.
Well, yeah. Awesome. Thank you. So if you guys are watching now, I do have a new single out called With You. Just dropped recently. I think maybe today. I don't know exactly when this is coming out. I just know it's possibly by the time this comes out, my single will come out. Yes. But it's called With You, and it's about catching feelings for a straight guy with a girlfriend. It's like I like to say it's a common affliction in the gay community where we fall for straight guys. You know, it happens. Not for everyone, but I know at least, you know, with people I know and friends that I've met, like it's something that they've experienced, you know, and they've gone through it. And but in general, just like you know, you've caught feelings for someone you shouldn't catch feelings for, or probably shouldn't catch feelings for, or someone who just won't ever return feelings back. And so, yeah, the song is about that, and about like kind of like almost being in denial and just try to hold on to the happy feelings that this person gives you, even though in the back of your mind, you know, it's not going to work out.
So we've known you for a while now, and actually like the reason why we know you is because of your YouTube channel. Right, that's how mainly we kind of got introduced to you. So my question is, how did you get into the reaction game? Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so funny now thinking about it, because like it was just an idea that I had for like a long time. I've always wanted to do like a YouTube channel, right? And I've always liked reaction channels. I actually tried to do a different style of channel, like. I actually still have another channel, a Brian Dublin channel, and it's just I was gonna do like tutorials for like creative software, so like, you know, Photoshop tutorials, like video editing tutorials, and I tried to do a channel where I did stuff like that, and also like kind of live talk type of stuff, and I was starting to build content for that, and then I just kind of got burnt out and didn't work out. I did a couple videos and I liked making them, but I didn't have enough ideas to keep it be a weekly thing. And then and I think I've shared this with you guys before, but I randomly saw like this post on social media, and it was like a quote from T-Pain of all people, and it said something along the lines of just do something for you, do something that your friends would think is lame but you know that you enjoy, and do it for you, and like fuck whatever, and when things, just do it because you want to do it, like give yourself that kind of thing, right? And so basically I was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do the reaction channel, I'm just gonna do it. And so it's funny, I started it out thinking, oh, I'll make it so that I can do reactions to Mandalorian season 2. And so my first video was doing a reaction to the trailer to that show. And then when the trailer came out, it was like a month before the first episode was going to air. And so I got my first video out. I was really excited. I figured out how to record and do and edit reaction videos. And then in that time, I was like, oh man, I guess I don't have content for a whole month, you know? And so, and by that time I'd already been kind of in the whole BL, like kind of hype, I guess you could say. I had already watched Game Boys and Hello Stranger and stuff like that. And so, and then I was like, oh, maybe I could possibly do a BL. Like that would be fun. You know, I was just trying to think, cause I had gotten so excited over just doing that first reaction video that I wanted to do something else, but then I knew I had to wait for a whole month for Mandalorian to start. And so it just so happened that weekend, that Friday, GSP had their first episode coming out. I was like, oh, perfect. Like there's a new BL coming out. And I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, this looks really cute. Like maybe I'll do this. And then that led to John finding out about that I also watched BLs, and then we decided to do MEO together, and then we were excited about MEO, and then he was like, oh, can I join GSP? And then by second episode of Guys to Pelicula, wow, they still say it wrong. He also started doing those reactions with me too, and then it just kind of took off from there. And then by the time Mandalorian came along, like a month later, we were so busy doing these other shows that I didn't even get to put those videos out. And yeah, I just kind of grew from there. Like literally by like my second week, I met you guys.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty quick.
Wow.
That's
That was
fast.
long.
If you think about it, it's so fast, right?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
And it's because I remember when I was dropping my when I was uploading my GSP episode 1 reaction, I went to Ken and CRX's premiere, and I said, hey, you guys inspired me to do reactions. I'm posting my first video tonight. And then I put that in the premiere like live chat, and they were like, "Oh, so nice!" And then I tagged them in Revel, you know, and then they all like supported, and then I think they followed me back to support, and then I think it was like a week later, like Kent like snooped on my Twitter and found Late Night Love on YouTube, and he was like, "Hold up, you sing? What? You should come to
Not Kent being a snooperist."
Yeah. Literally, that's what happened. I was already just killing over the fact that, you know, like, they watched my first video. They were supportive of me, like, posting my first video because of them. And then like a week later, like, I find out he found my music channel, and I was like, oh no! And then, you know, I got invited to karaoke literally that next literally the night that episode 2 of GSP came out, which was literally just a week later, and that's when I met like everyone. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at
Well,
us
you,
now.
yeah. Look where we're at. Where we're all at.
Crazy.
I know. Well, actually, you answered already. I think the question, because the next question was going to be like, who inspired you to become a reactor?
Yeah.
So you already.
It was Kent and CRX. I watched all of their Game Boys videos, their Hello Strangers videos. You know, I was a big fan of like their videos and what they did. Also just being Phil-Ams, like all of their videos saved by Filipino Americans. Yeah. I was like, ooh, that's me. Yeah. And so it was so cool to be able to connect with them. And even now, like, you know, I'm so used to like talking to them. And then you know, like recently I was telling Ken, like, I hadn't watched their videos in a while because I haven't been watching BLs. And then I got into Lovely Writer, so I finally had something that I could watch on their channel. And then like I watched like their episode 1 reaction to Lovely Writer. I was like, oh my god, that's right, I love them. like the YouTube fanboy in me, while watching them as a viewer, like came back, and I remembered, you know, they're the reason why I like wanted to do that stuff.
Are you caught up with Lovely Writer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Girl.
Well, BB's not, so I'll keep on calling
Anyways,
how far is
keep on calling you. No, I actually have a sad question. Is there any other reactor that you really just admire, that you just think is dope?
Besides your Sibs, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
Okay, I actually one of the other people that I really really loved when I started that I forgot to tag in that tweet was Wahida. I love
your princess.
I remember afterwards I was like,
she's your grandma, right?
She's so great. And I remember she was in the karaoke that night, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Fanboying over her.
Yeah. I was like, "She's so cool." Like, I love because she's a mood. She's a whole ass mood. So I love. She really to meet her too.
She is. Yeah.
And also just been cool getting to know her too. Like she's like the youngest out of our bunch, and like she's handled in school and doing what she is doing with her channel. And
see awesome. That's the thing about her. I didn't know about that. Like I thought she wasn't that young because of how she thinks and how mature she
right.
She presents herself. So she's a pretty cool girl.
Yeah, we love Wahida.
All right. So since we've established you got a love life, you got work, music, Reactor life, how do you balance all those?
Well, first, my sleeping habits are not in order.
Do you have a sleeping habit?
The consistent thing about my sleeping habits is that they're not consistent. It takes just figuring out, I guess, how to block things out within the day. I mean, as you guys know, currently, like I haven't been able to really focus much on my channel, and it's because I've had to focus on every other things that I want to prioritize right now, which is obviously my relationship. I go to work every day, and then I'm trying to get my music out. And then before that, I was recovering from COVID, and all of these things. And so sometimes there's a temptation to try to do everything all at once, but then sometimes I've learned in the past, if I try to do everything, then I do everything very badly and do nothing good. So sometimes you have to kind of put certain things on the back burner so that you can actually do well in the things you're trying to focus on, which right now is work and music and my relationship. And so I think it's just making sure that you're setting goals and you're organizing your time, you're setting a schedule, you're making sure that you're tracking your progress, all things like that make it possible. Like it's otherwise if you're not actually organized with what you want to accomplish and you're making an intended effort to actually schedule those things out during the week and making sure you're keeping yourself accountable to make sure you're making progress and always pushing the ball forward, then you're just gonna go 2 weeks and be like, oh shit, I didn't do anything, And so and it's a motivating thing too for me too, because when you have a lot going on, and you actually track your progress and you actually write down your goals and you're checking things off, like you get to the end of the week and you can actually have a record of like, oh, I did all this, I did this and this is, and then also too, if you're lacking progress, you can see, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and so. That's what it is for me. Just try to be as intentional and as organized as I can, and also being realistic about what I can actually handle in my schedule, in my workload, and actually making sure that I have the capacity to do well in what I'm focusing on. And so sometimes, and that it comes in waves. Sometimes. Like right now, I'm currently focusing on music and my music release and my relationship and work. But then, once the music release is then I have like something that else I could switch my attention to. Like, okay, the song's out. Now let me replace that time block with going back to my YouTube channel. And then, so it changes as I move through different projects. And just kind of I have to continue to be honest with what I can actually accomplish and what's realistic for me, and then I just try to get as much done as you can.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Okay.
Kidding.
Okay, so we're heading at the tail end of the question and answer portion. In this parts it's kind of like a rapid fire questions from the Titos.
Lightning round. What up?
Yeah, something like that. So the Titos have their own favorite things in life. So we're gonna relate the questions to our favorite things to you, and
Cool.
Stuff like that. So
This
my
is fun.
question,
We've had like deep talks, but there's a lot of this that I haven't shared about me to you guys, so it's cool to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
be with you.
yeah. So question, my question is supposedly the favorite food that you could share with us. Like, what is your favorite food? But I'm gonna put a twist on it because you're currently in a relationship right now, and
Very digging into that.
So what is like your favorite food that you and Philip would have on your first face-to-face date? And why?
Oh my gosh. God, I know him, and I know if he's watching right now, he's gonna be like, "You better answer something." And I'm like, "You're like." Okay.
The way that I'm gonna be like, what is the answer?
Okay, so one thing about Philip is he actually is a really great cook. He cooks for the house a lot, and he always shows me the stuff that he cooks for his family. And the one that I always, I'm just like, I can't wait to try that is he makes like a kimchi fried rice. And so I always tell him when we meet, I want to try his kimchi fried rice.
So what do you want him to try?
Yeah, how about you? What do you want him to try?
You know what? Oh my god.
In terms of food that I would like him to try,
Yeah, like your favorite food that you want him to try or whatever. Is there anything that or anything from San Francisco or whatever that you?
Yeah,
or San Jose,
one, he's tried a lot of cultural food just because he has traveled a lot. He's been to Thailand and he's been to other countries and tried the food and stuff like that. So he really likes Korean food as well. I think I would be excited for him to try like. I can't think of specifically, but I just know that if he were to come to California, there's probably a lot of food that he doesn't have access to in the Philippines that I would want him to check out.
In and Out.
I would be interested to see his
Reaction
opinion
to it.
on In and Out. Yeah. That would be
Cool.
interesting.
Not you filming his reaction.
Yeah.
No,
Obviously,
I'm actually excited now because I'm like the fried rice. I'm actually really proud of it. I think you would agree that
He
would.
was like, "Wait, hold on, babe. Let me film you." Okay.
just don't have a flap on your phone, please.
Oh no!
Because no,
None of this.
Beyonce is shaking.
Yeah, the single ladies is shaking. That's
Speaking of music, my question is, what is the...
No, me turning around.
Why are you all looking like this?
Wait, do you know what he's gonna ask? What's going on?
We have an idea.
Okay.
No, they don't. I changed my question.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Come
never
oh,
mind.
you
that.
did. Oh,
Because I can't
I was
remember
gonna
what
wonder
I was
what the
asking.
question was that y'all were figuring out about.
'Cause I can't remember it.
Proceed.
Actually, what is the one song that you would say describes your relationship?
Okay, there's a song called Paper Plane.
And sing it. And sing it.
I was about to say, sing it.
dang it.
And sing it.
I was excited. That's the part I'm excited about.
Darling, we belong. Distance only makes this love twice as strong. Over and over again, I fall in love like the first time. Fly away with me. Shoot, I forget the words.
Not the Titos becoming like wipers when you start singing. We're like, we're like doing this.
I was not prepared.
Wipers on a Camry.
But yeah, that song is by Jeremy Passion, and it's about long distance. And it's funny because the second verse it's a duet between a male and female, and the second verse she actually says like, "Who knew I would find love from the Bay, which is where I'm from. So, it was one of the songs I sent about long distance. But a close second is Distance by Emily King.
I mean, we need to hear that too.
Okay, I know the lyrics to that one. Distance by Emily King. Oh, love is always better when you take time to get back to who we are. When we are apart, distance makes the heart grow. Even when I'm lonely, happy knowing that your love is never far. When we are apart, distance makes the
Yay!
Love that.
And by the way, Nolan, when you mentioned Camry, Tokayo is also driving a Camry. So
I know y'all drive the same Camry, bitch.
Oh my god.
Right on brand.
same name, same car. Hello.
Same phone.
Same phone.
It's true, 12 Pro Max.
Right. All right.
Let's see.
Thanks for that, Tokayo.
Yeah, I know.
Sing us like that.
How are we gonna do this? Let's see. Mine is about TV shows, any kind of show.
Okay.
Is there any shows that you share with him?
Oh yeah, that's like the basis of our relationship. When we first started talking, obviously it started off with GSP. That's where he found me because of my reaction channel. And
he found you.
Yeah, he always says that. He was like, you always say you found me, big, but I found you. I followed you on YouTube. I was like, I mean, there's no lies.
He's not lying.
Yeah, he's not. So yeah, it's funny because in our recent monthsary, one of my gifts to him was like, I looked back at our relationship and I created a secret Instagram account that's just for us. And I filled it with like a chronological history of our relationship with screenshots and everything. And I scrolled all the way to the top of our Twitter DMs and saw our first messages to each other. And it was after one of I think it was episode 5 premiere of DFP Reaction. And he was telling us about a live stream or a music video edit that he did with GSP. And sorry, I'm totally going on a tangent. But anyways, we started DMing after that, and we connected through Mandalorian, and then we connected through finding out that we both like Star Wars and we both like Marvel shows. And then there was like a whole bunch of BLs we were supposed to watch together. And so I guess right now our show is Lovely Writer. That's the one we've been watching a lot. But I would say the one that started it all, like our first Zoom date was Mandalorian season 2. And that was like our first, that's what started everything, like, because we started Mandalorian season 2, like that was our weekly date every week for that whole season of Mandalorian was our time to hang out. And so that's where we built a relationship and found other shows to watch after that.
Cool.
Oh, I have a side question. Which one would you be, Gene or Nubsib? And which one would he be?
You know what's funny?
Oh.
We've actually talked about this. I'm Nubsib and... No, I'm Gene. No, wait, hold on. I'm Nubsib. Sorry. I mixed it up.
Come on, make up your mind.
No. Okay, here's context. We talked about... Look at Nolan. We've actually legit had this conversation because... And this is actually news that will have come out by the time this comes out. But as of recording this on Monday, I'm announcing a GoFundMe for my Late Night Love music video. And we talked about how I'm going to cast someone for it. And he was like, oh my God, I'm Nubsib because I have to watch you film scenes with someone else. And so, I don't know, he's Gene, sorry, because I'm going to be in the scene. Yes. I mixed it up again. But yes, to answer your question, I would be Nubsib if you would be Gene because of that dynamic of having to watch me film something with another actor.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And
It's funny how actually relevant a lot of these questions are because we've actually had these conversations.
You know the Titos.
Yeah, you know us. We ask questions. We ask questions that we already know, but
Oh my God! Provocative questions.
let's put it this way. First date, what's the setting gonna be? What's the movie you're gonna watch?
Oh, when we first meet each other?
First date face to face. What's your
Well,
ideal?
that depends because we're not sure if I'm gonna go there first or he's gonna come here.
Hypothetically, wherever you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you?
What's your ideal thing? Are you gonna watch a comedy, a horror movie, or
I would think. I mean, depending on
gory
what's out
shows?
at the time that we do meet each other in person, we probably watch whatever's the latest like Marvel or movie or something like that in the theater possibly. But honestly, any movie that relates to something that we both love, if it's out in theaters when we meet each other, we'd want to watch it because like that's something that we always talk about too. How like we love watching shows together and watching films together. Like that's why I was joking, in the beginning, we're literally like Carl and Vlad. Like, we always watch films together and talk about them and stuff like that. And so we always say how like we can't wait till we can actually go on movie dates and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say there's a specific one, but anything we want to be able to have that experience of going to the movies together. Things that that long distance relationship couple would not take for granted. Just being able to do something simple like that. We just want to do that. There was a second part to that question. You said food?
Setting.
Settings. Yeah.
So you said theater.
We would want to go to like it's just a standard movie date, like just eat somewhere, like have our favorite food together that we have that, and then actually be able to go to the dinner, like have a a regular movie date, like a simple date.
Our question was related.
Okay.
See, first dates at movies and food.
Yeah.
So then,
I think a lot of the things that we want to do is not even super extravagant. Like sometimes we'll just kind of like we'll fret about our distance and we'll just be like, we don't even want to do anything crazy. We just want to like be able to like go to a coffee shop and just sit with each other, like stuff like that, like that we can't do. Like it's things that like a regular couple was just like, oh, that's a Tuesday for them, but for us it's like, let's do that, like because we can't do that now. And so I think that's kind of what we want to just experience at first. Obviously we'll have more bigger ideas once we do get used to being in person. But I think just when we first meet, like we just want to keep it simple.
Follow-up question on that. Follow-up question.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
What's the last movie that you guys watched?
Boom, chicka wow wow. No, I'm just kidding.
So, what's funny? He's actually a big horror fan, and he found out that I hadn't seen The Conjuring or the Insidious movies.
I cannot with you.
So he had me binge like a bunch of those together. I think the last one we watched was Insidious 2.
No, I'm very.
He has me turn my lights in my room red. So
Why would he do that?
Because we're both like not that, like we'll like have jump scares and stuff like that, but we're like we don't get like super freaked out. Like we're more interested in like the story and the mystery behind it.
No, I'm more of a sissy girl screaming, freaking out.
Well, you know what? We know.
This is the girl.
I was gonna say, we know who's gonna die first if we were all in a scary movie.
No, this is the funny thing. Okay, I always tell my friends, if there's like a end of the world scenario, like a zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't even run. I'm gonna go directly to them. Kill me now. That's basically me.
It's been real, y'all.
Yo, if you guys want to survive in like a pre whatever,
I feel like if anything, you'll be at the hospital though first.
No, that's the funny thing. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna.
No,
he'll be the nurse at the morgue.
Oh my god.
My nurse.
I'm getting triggered again because of that morgue thing. Oh gosh.
Good day, everyone. Good two.
Cadaver 1, Cadaver 2, Cadaver 3.
I'm dead.
But yeah, that was the last thing we watched. We watched a bunch of scary movies together.
Okay.
Because it's because the Conjuring 3 is coming out soon, so he wanted to catch me up on those movies.
Anyways, final question.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Wow, it's actually been an hour. Wow.
Right.
It was fun.
What advice would you give to any person who wants to become a singer-songwriter or just an artist, like a young person? They come to you and say, "Hey, give me just a piece of advice for what I'm about to start."
Well, first of all, the biggest thing I would say is make sure you actually love it. Make sure it's something you're actually passionate about, because you're gonna have to do it on days where you don't feel like doing it. You're gonna have that's the thing. Because, well, I guess I said that wrong. It's more so. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of setbacks, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time and effort that ultimately can amount to nothing until you continue even going on. Like, you're gonna spend all of your energy on this thing that you love, and still not get anywhere, and then still have to keep going. And if you dig deep and find out you're just in it for the clout or for the trappings of what it can give you, if you are successful in it, it's not, I mean, you might get lucky and find a little bit of fame and get that material part of it, but you're not gonna last, and you're gonna feel empty at the end. But if you're actually passionate about this and you do it because you love it, and because you like the getting paid to do it is like a cherry on top, like if that's actually where you're at, then that's when you should really, really go all in, because then you know, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to spend all my time and all my effort around. This is what I'm going to sacrifice everything for. This is what I'm going to like do odd jobs for, just so I can pay the bills enough to try this thing at night that I want to do. Like, that's the level of commitment and passion you should have for your art. Otherwise, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And unless you have that clarity, I would say make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, I guess, is the basic thing. Because after that, then it's like it all lines up. All of your goals kind of go around it. Okay, I'm getting this retail job because I need to pay the bills to do this, or I'm doing this because it'll allow me to do this music thing. So the love for it and the passion for it and the commitment that you have for it is what's going to actually get you to where you want to get to, because you're actually willing to make those sacrifices. So just make sure that's really what you want to do, and a part of it is figuring out if it is. So it'll take time, but just make sure that that's the case for you.
Cool.
Love that. It's so true. Make sure you actually love it. I can't believe it's the end.
It's been an hour. Yeah. Thank you, Tohayo.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been really, really fun.
Yeah.
And really cut at times.
I mean, that's our brand.
I would have been a little alarmed if we didn't get that way for a little bit.
I mean, yeah. That's part.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was like, it's stuff I haven't opened up to you guys about. We just haven't been in a to actually share those sides with me. So it's cool to talk to you guys about it.
I mean, that's the thing that we wanted to do. That's why we did this podcast, because we wanted everybody is known for what they do, but they don't really understand who you are.
They peel the curtain back.
Yeah.
Right,
a little sneak peek, a little
behind the curtains.
But
Tom.
So that's actually one of our goals, to like basically have like the audience like know you guys better, at least a little bit. Yeah. So there.
Yay! And in effect, also you guys get to know me more too. Yay!
All right.
Yeah, because like some people will say, "Oh, you know B-dubs." Yeah, we kind of know him, but not everything.
Ooh, can I ask a bonus question for you guys? Skip a little. Can I just because I'm curious? Can we go around and have you guys answer? Maybe what's one thing you learned about me today that you didn't know or didn't expect?
Okay.
I guess whoever starts it can go first.
You like girl?
and we'll
I'm
go.
just kidding.
Yes, that part. I didn't know that you had that
No.
phase.
No, I knew about that.
Yeah, my first few songs were about girls. It started out my whole songwriting journey started off with about girls.
Hi, Gabby.
What?
Well, for me, what I liked the fact that you would rather be the person who's writing the songs than
Yes,
perform them.
If I had to
very
choose.
interesting.
If you had to choose, yeah.
That's very interesting.
It's
That's very
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what. Okay, don't nobody take my answer. You already know.
God, I cannot. Can I edit this episode so I can just like switch stuff around?
I feel like Macoycoy is like, yeah, go ahead, you can do it. You go ahead and edit.
Oh no, he doesn't trust me.
I'll
He sees
give you.
No. You say that now, but you took editing from me. So
Because you were just editing the audio.
technically speaking, well, this episode is edited with video.
Oh, were you editing the video?
Yes, because I
I
want to
thought
see.
You thought you were editing the audio only.
Anyways,
That's
what I learned.
Not the managerist and the editorist fighting.
That part. Actually,
And I'm like
wait,
in the middle. I'm like,
it's the ukulele for me. I didn't know you had that phase in you. The ukulele. Like I know about the guitar because I've seen that.
Mhm.
And even the piano to a certain extent, the keys.
Actually, hold on.
Yes.
Oh, he has it.
Not
He
a
has it.
show and tell.
Now show and tell. His room, is that his room? It looks different during the daytime, huh?
Play us something.
Oh, is he gonna
Oh
play?
man, no! Don't ask me to play anything. I don't remember how to play this thing.
Oh,
You know what's interesting? Oh.
Yeah. Her name is Maribel.
Got that late night.
Oh.
Maribel.
No, and also the surprising thing that I've learned from you is like the way that you said that you wrote Late Night Love 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. That's amazing. Because coming from a person who doesn't know how to write something, 20 minutes?
Well, yeah.
After,
the full thing was literally, I had a hookup buddy. We saw each other a couple times, and then one night,
HBs. Hi, HBs. HBs.
I had a late night love, I guess you could say. And then the third or fourth
Jericho,
time
you right?
together, he came over like kind of late, and so when we were done, it was like late to drive him home. So he was just like, "I'll just crash here." I was like, "All right," and then we like cuddled and went to sleep and stuff like that. And I think it wasn't that I was catching feelings for him. It's just I was realizing, I kind of like the after cuddling, and I realizing I craved more of that stuff. And so the next morning when I drove him home, I dropped him off, and literally as I was driving home, the lyrics were like popping in my head, and I was like at like the stoplight, like recording like voice note. I got this. And then by the time I got to my house, the song was written, and I just had to pick up my guitar and create the accompaniment.
See the amount of tea again. The amount of tea. The background tea.
I literally wrote the song while driving home from dropping him off from
I'm dead. That was fast.
Yeah.
Flash. The flash is shaking.
the flash.
I'm bellowing.
I mean, because the other song that you mentioned, it took 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. So what happened with that
part,
is
like
that's
2
another
years.
thing that happens. Is like I'll write about a situation. I'll get the first verse and a chorus, and then I'll just like completely hit like a creative block and not know what to write for the second verse. And so, which has happened a lot, where like I'll do that with a song, and then I'll like just completely hit a wall, and then like it's not until I get into that same situation again that I actually have something else to write. So in the case of that, I caught feelings for another straight guy, and all of a sudden I had a verse too.
Oh.
Al, do you have like a notebook written with all like partial songs or
Not the
whatever?
Notebook.
I just want to know.
Yeah,
You do?
No, actually, what's funny is I for like the past like decade, I've had this app called Evernote. Not sponsored, not sponsored. But
No.
literally, like,
Please do, but no.
reason why
Yeah.
and now when I explain it, it's gonna sound like a sponsored thing. But what I love about Evernote is that you can not only like write notes and have like different sections, but you can actually attach like audio clips to it. So like I'll like write lyrics and then like record, and it's all in the same like note. And literally every song I've ever written is all in there, and like I could literally look for my Late Night Love note and see the time and date and location that I wrote it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He said from the location is the 101 freeway
Legit.
while driving.
Oh my god. Legit.
I can't stand you. I cannot stand you, Brian Unterland. I cannot stand you.
But yeah. That's what's crazy is like I have all of my songs in there, and it's cloud based. So like even when you know where, if I get a new phone, I just sign into the account again, and they're all there.
Wow.
Not bad.
Oh. Mm.
Oh my god, this has been fun.
I guess-
Wait, did
I guess what I learned-
answer?
What I learned something new is that you in a relationship. Kidding.
Stop.
Gotcha.
The way I was listening, I was like, "Oh, what did Gumball learn about me?" Okay, well, just to be fair, then what do you have an actual answer?
I pretty much know about those stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't copy these because they wouldn't let me because.
No.
Oh, see, I told you.
Well, you are the
but
editor.
those
I mean, you
stuff. Oh, yeah. So
You
I've
could
learned-
you could edit me out. You could edit me out.
I could edit both of you out.
No, Nolan, thanks for giving him an idea.
Is it at my job in this group?
No, it's not gonna work. 'Cause someone in the comments is gonna be like, "Oh, someone didn't answer." So why isn't their answer in there?
I'm weak.
AKA me. I'm gonna say it.
I cannot with you.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, do you know about the fracking?
Oh? No!
What's going on?
Wait.
He is going on. He is happening.
No. Nolan knows.
Anyways,
Oh my
Mark,
God.
what's your answer?
Yeah, what's your answer?
No, it's the 20-minute song that you
Oh, like
Put out.
how long it took me to write?
how long it took out because it put out
Okay.
because I've been watching like K-pop related stuff that how they write music and all that,
Mhm.
and then they always say how they do music and how long it takes for them to make it, and
Mhm.
that one just took 20 minutes for you. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I mean, though that's like the first, like like the lyrics and everything, but like everything from like how I sing like the melody and stuff like that. That stuff kind of changed. Like even in recording, the song, like the first chorus was cut in half. If you'll notice, like the second chorus in Late Night Love is like twice as long. And it originally both choruses were just that long. But to cut down the song and to kind of give the flow better, we actually cut the first chorus in half. So yeah, stuff like that like happens as you're like from writing it to like recording all that stuff. But from the writing it for the acoustically to the final studio version, a lot changes. Like even with you, like it's very different now than how it was when I first wrote it. So, and I actually wrote with you a year before Late Night Love, which is something you guys might not have known either.
The tea again.
Yeah.
We love the behind the scenes tea.
I know.
Yes. Well, yeah, I think that was everyone.
Yeah, that was everyone.
So what did you learn
Anyways,
about
thank you.
What did you say?
Shout
what
out.
did you learn about yourself? Shout out.
Um,
Here's a serious question.
okay.
What did you learn about yourself being in a relationship with Philip?
Oh, hold on.
Not you sounding like a shrink.
Right?
Oprah is shaking right now. Oprah is shaking.
What?
Gail King wants to go back to San Francisco.
Man.
I have to think of this because there's answers in my head, but there's also very private answers. Things that I would like to keep private. I guess I'm learning who I am when I am boyfriend Brian and not single Brian. If that makes sense. I've been single Brian for a long time, and so learning who boyfriend Brian has been an interesting process in how I, just life in general. I guess it's a shift. It's single Brian had time to do all the music videos and all the things, and now I have to juggle that with also making sure I'm nurturing the relationship. And then also I've just learned like love language things, like I guess certain things about like I've learned that there's certain traumas and things that stuck with me because of past heartbreaks and past things that I went through that I didn't know stuck with me until now. I didn't know there were things that I guess traumatized me. I won't get into what those things are, but being in this relationship kind of made me realize how much like my past experiences actually affected me. And I think being with him has helped me confront those things and kind of like grow from them. Yeah.
So tell me, why would you not want to talk about? No, I'm just kidding.
Not us drinking him.
And how do you feel about that?
And how do you feel? Let me get my notebook.
Notebook. Dora is shaking.
No, I was gonna say this is so good. Like I'm always enamored by the fact that of the people that we always talk to. I'm just like, wow. That's it. That's all. I'm just like,
oh. Yeah, it's fun to have these conversations with you guys. Like I like these are like my favorite conversations to have with like friends and family, like just about like goals and life in general. Like I feel like it's a great way to just get to know your friends and stuff like that. And also the fact that it's in this format, it's a podcast, it's something that people can watch. Like it's not just limited to us and our friendship and our circle. Like you guys can find your audience, and then what the stuff we talk about today can reach people we don't even know. So even better.
And we're very excited of your upcoming singles release. We can't wait for
which
that.
is out now if you're watching. So make sure you
find it. Out now.
It will be out.
Oh yes, like the time. Yeah, it's gonna be out now.
It's out now.
By the time you watch this, definitely. It is out now. So please check that out. Stream it out. Support local independent artists. I did everything myself, all the marketing. I had a producer to produce it for me, but in terms of getting it to your ears, I made that happen. So please help me by listening, sharing it with your friends.
Please do.
And also, you'll find a video of these guys reacting to it on my music channel. So look for that.
Our one of our collabs. Hello.
Right. It was our first collab before today.
All right, that has been amazing. Thanks for joining us, Kambal. Thanks for accepting the invitation, and we'll look forward to more projects from you.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
More pop songs. All right, this has been amazing, guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you support the Titos of the world.
Yes.
Can I be like an honorary Tito today? Because I actually am a Tito.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
He said I'm actually a Tito.
I was like, it's not pretend. Like, I saw the mute.
All right.
Wow, that was exciting. I was not expecting him to flip the script and assimilate a part of that interview. But it was fun getting to know our friend so much more and getting into a glimpse into the industry, his artistry, and also his creative process.
All right, yeah. We want to thank everyone for listening and learning more from our friend Brian.
Oh, wait, don't forget to stream Brian's new single, With You, and his first single, don't forget about that, Late Night Love.
Also, do not forget to follow us, the Titos of the world, whenever you are listening, as well as Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for more content coming soon.
Until next time, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.